On the way to Mosul, Iraqi forces have liberated dozens of villages and towns from ISIS. Now we're getting a look at inside one recently liberated village, and we're hearing from those people who live there. Correspondent Benjamin Hall has the details.
United by a common enemy, ISIS, militias with different strategic objectives are all putting the squeeze on the terrorist group, and from all sides. After a heavy battle today, Iraqi forces finally reached the edge of Mosul, stopping just a few hundred feet from the eastern city limits. But as they did so, Iranian-backed Shiite militias launched an assault to the west, aimed at driving ISIS from the critical town of Tal Afar. Supported by the Baghdad government, Shiite militias have long been feared by Sunni communities, and now up to 15,000 of them are moving west of Mosul, leading to a potential clash with Turkish-backed Sunni groups. Today, the Pentagon admitted Defense Secretary Ash Carter was worried about the militias.
Of course he's concerned, and he's seen from past history what some of these forces have done. At this moment, our support continues to be through the government of Iraq and Prime Minister Abadi and the forces that are on the ground conducting these operations, and will continue to support those forces operating under the control of the government of Iraq.
He went on to stress the militias were getting no support from the US-backed coalition. Meanwhile today, we were able to gain access to the newly liberated town of Faziliya to see what people were doing with their freedom. The men of this town are queuing up to have their haircuts and their beards shaved off, something that was forbidden under 2.5 years of ISIS rule. So this is where they've all congregated. This is where they're showing their newfound freedom. Today, under the white flags, children were playing with phones for the first time in years. Girls were walking in the streets, and there was immense gratitude towards the Kurdish Peshmerga who had freed them, even though the IEDs had not yet been defused. Many of these villages have been totally destroyed by ISIS, and it's a reminder of just how much work there is ahead to rebuild.
Benjamin Hall reporting there. The operation to remove ISIS from Mosul is expected to take weeks, if not months.